So the Punjab government, which is the Bhagwant Mann government, the AAP government, has maintained that they are not to blame for the pollution levels in the national capital. Unsurprisingly, the AAP government has said there are many factors that contribute to Delhi pollution, and it's not just about what is happening in Punjab. It's not just Punjab that's contributing to pollution levels in Delhi. But needless to say, it is one of the big contributing factors, and we'll have to see whether that's something that AAP is willing to acknowledge or not, because in the last many years, Arvind Kejriwal constantly blamed Punjab. Now you've got Punjab saying, no, we are not the ones who are contributing to Delhi's pollution.
This has been a sharp decline as far as Punjab stubble burning or fires are concerned. Then why is it that Delhi continues to be so polluted? And you know, why fingers are always pointed towards
Let's say as a scientist or as a playing my role in the environment, so I can easily understand. So Delhi itself already is having a lot of different sources of pollution, which are already existing there. As a matter of any urban city or densely populated city, you can understand when there is a more population per unit area, what will happen? All kind of requirements will increase, all kinds of vehicle will increase, all kind of energy requirement will be there.
I want to now bring in Kamaljit Sandhu on this broadcast, who's been getting us a number of ground reports on the farm fire reality in parts of Punjab and in Haryana. Kamaljit, we just showed a graphic to our viewers which showed how in parts of Punjab and largely in Haryana, you've still got stubble burning taking place. What's the situation where you are? You're reporting right now from Patiala. Is there some attempt to control farm fires, or is it continuing completely unchecked?
Well, we are in Bhateri Kala village. This is in Patiala. And behind me are those lush fields. We'll just try and zoom into you. But clearly, as far as Bhagwant Mann government is concerned, that's a big challenge. Because now only 35 to 40% of the fields have been harvested. What is left is 60%. And this is going to be a test of fire for the Bhagwant Mann government. But let's just get to the farmers and find out as to what the real problem is. आप लोगों से बात करना चाहते हैं. हमारे साथ अवतार सिंह जी हैं इस वक्त. ये बताइए कि जब बात आती है स्टबल बर्निंग की, पराली की, आप लोग जलाते क्यों हैं? जलाने की क्या मींस इतना क्यों है? क्योंकि पोल्यूशन तो बहुत ज्यादा होता है.
पराली मैडम जी इस तरह जलाते हैं, ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਰੀ ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਕਮੀ ਹੈ. ਮਸ਼ੀਨਰੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਜੋ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਨੀ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਰੀ ਦੇਂਗੇ, ਸਾਡੇ ਏਰੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੇ. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਿਆ. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਰਾਲੀ ਸਾੜਨੀ ਪੈ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਮਜਬੂਰੀ ਕਾਰਨ. ਮਜਬੂਰੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਰਾਲੀ ਸਾੜ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ.
This is a desperate measure as being mentioned by जंग सिंह हमारे साथ हैं, भारतीय किसान यूनियन. आपने कहा कि कॉम्पेंसेशन मिले या मशीनरी मिले, कुछ ना कुछ किसान को मिलना चाहिए, तब जाके ये कुछ रुकेगा.
ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਪਰਾਲੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਜੀਰੀ ਵੱਢਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, ਜੀਰੀ ਵੱਢ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫੋਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. ਜੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਣਗੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਅੱਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ. ਜੇ ਉਹ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੂਗੀ ਨਾ, ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੁੱਦਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅੱਗ ਲਾਵਾਂਗੇ. सारा लाना ऐसी नहीं फूक रहे हैं कि भी आप.
अभी तक कोई आपके पास मैकेनिज्म, मीटिंग्स तो हुई हैं आपके, पर आपके पास कोई मशीनरी पहुंची है? कुछ
नहीं कोई मशीनरी पहुंची है. मतलब बाई दे गई है मशीनरी, ਉਹਦੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਗੱਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਵੇਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਪਏ ਨੇ ਖੇਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਜੇ ਵੀ ਪਏ ਨੇ.
So we'll just try and tell you what he's trying to tell us is, now this has been done. Now they say this is going to be picked up by the government vehicles. So they say what has been done as far as the measures being taken is that they do collect it, but they've been lying for a period of time. They said, you know, as soon as this entire season of paddy is over, they have to move very quickly. The other part is obviously as to what the experts have been telling us, that they say till 1970 they were encouraged to have paddy instead of crop diversification. It's very important that the centre and the state get in crop diversification back in Punjab soon if they want to get rid of this air pollution problem. So this is obviously a multifarious problem, but meanwhile it seems that the farmers seem to be under pressure. Now some of them have actually mentioned that they have been to Dhuri, which is Bhagwant Mann's own constituency.
So what you're telling us, Kamaljit, is that a lot more steps need to be taken. And I'm going to have to wrap this up, but you got us a voice of the farmers there who are talking about the challenges they face. It's easy to blame the farmers here, but the administration needs to step in and ensure that they do their bit to stop these kind of farm fires. Now, we've seen the kind of images coming in from the national capital, the layer of smog we're all too familiar with at this time of the year. What's unfortunate is that it's a double whammy for Delhi. If you live in Delhi right now, I'm sure and I can guarantee you know someone who's down with dengue and hospitalized, because that's how grave it is right now. And again, this is an annual affair. This time of the year, you see a surge in dengue cases. This year, however, it's particularly bad. And let me just show you that in the form of numbers of how we've seen a rise in dengue cases from 2018 to now. You look at the numbers, there's a downfall, in fact, from 2018 to 2020, where 1,310, it came down to 489, went up in 2022 to 1,876. Right now, it's at 4,965. Remember that this data, what we've done is we've put out a comparative analysis of this time of the year. By October, what were the numbers through the last 20 years? Now it's at 4,965. So nearing the 5,000 mark, worse than ever before. The only silver lining is that the deaths have come down. And let me show you those figures as well. Again, this is data that we're comparing October till October of every single year. You had a surge in 2021. During the COVID pandemic, it reached 23. Right now, the death toll is at 1. We're hoping it stays that way. But there is obviously going to be a question about what's been done to prevent this kind of a surge in dengue cases right now in the national capital. Many would say, look, it's seasonal. Look, it's because of weather. There's nothing we can do. But obviously, with regards to fumigation, ensuring hygienic conditions on streets, there will be questions about whether enough has been done on that front. The AAP government and the MCD, the data that we're putting out right now is based on what we've compiled. But there's no actual proper data that's been put out by the MCD so far. And there are questions about whether the AAP-run MCD is trying to hide some of the data that's coming forward on how many cases have been reported. Let me get you now a detailed report also on this, on what's the dengue situation like in Delhi.
Almost 5,000 cases of dengue in Delhi this year. The data is up until the 21st of October. In Delhi, in fact, the highest number of dengue cases is usually reported in 2 months, October and November. A sudden dip is seen in December. This year, rains have been unprecedented, highest in the last 60 years.
आज मेरे को तीसरा दिन है हॉस्पिटल में आने के बाद मेरे को फीवर तो नहीं है बाकी और प्रॉब्लम्स लंग्स पर स्वेलिंग किडनी पर स्वेलिंग पेट की थैली पर स्वेलिंग पेट में पानी काफी इन्फेक्शंस मेरे को साइड इफेक्ट्स डेंगू से हो रहे हैं.
The Municipal Corporation of Delhi says around 165 teams have been deployed for survey work across the city, and a survey of 4,541 houses in 108 areas has been done.
Particularly this year, the rain was prolonged, so we have more cases this year, and we have right now 15 patients admitted in our hospital, and we have seen that this time the Dengue virus was seen, and we have the sufficient stock of platelets, but luckily this time the deaths are less.
Since January 1st, a total of 4,965 dengue cases have been seen in Delhi. In the last 1 week alone, at least 525 cases were seen. Last year, during the same season, the number of cases stood at 4,470. In 2021, at 9,613. One death has been reported due to dengue this year. Last year saw 9 deaths. In the year 2021, there were 23 deaths.
Well, not just Delhi, Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh, for example, has seen a 14-fold increase in cases of dengue. While India has the ideal weather conditions for the Aedes mosquito to breed, importantly, the World Health Organization says the disease is also now being seen in places it was never seen earlier. It's surging throughout the world and coming to places that had never seen it. California, for example, just confirmed a rare case of dengue. Also, the WHO has warned of endemic dengue in the US and Europe, speaking volumes of how the environment is becoming increasingly conducive to dengue transmission. Take a look at this data.
According to a 2023 report published in The Lancet, between 1951 and 60 and 2012 and 21, the number of months suitable for Aedes aegypti dengue transmission in India increased 1.69% every year to reach 5.6 months. The cyclical nature of dengue transmission highlights the importance of year-round vigilance and prevention efforts. With Sushant Mehra and Ram Kinkar, in New Delhi, Sneha Mordani for India Today TV.